welcome to round 9 of the Winfield Cup Premiership. Hello there, I'm Rex Mossop.
Just have a look
for joining us.
Starting with the fullbacks, where Phil Blake and Garry Jack are the two informed fullbacks at the moment. That should be a great clash. In the centres, Maven and Neville up against Gale and Parrish should be great. And what about the forwards? Les Davidson and Steve Roach come together, and the old rivals, Mario Fenech and Ben Elias, clashing in the hooking role. This game should be a beauty.
And the South Sydney side still furious after that incident last weekend when they lost the 2 competition points. They're out to make every post a winner today. And Wayne Pearce, along with their #1 supporter, Laurie Nichols, and the Tigers have to overcome the midweek game, of course, and a very much motivated South Sydney side. Mick Stone has control of proceedings today, and he'll have his hands full in the first 10 minutes. Can you believe this is Sydney? As it won yesterday, we had all that rain and the sun, brilliant sunshine today, and this Sydney football stadium looking a magnificent treat. Ross Conlon starts the match, and Coleman takes it in the in goal. Maven takes it, Elias takes him, Maguire into assist. You watch this defence in the first few tackles. Now Fenech from dummy half. Roach takes him. Garry Jack, what a game he had last Wednesday night. Can he repeat that performance? No, he can't get past the first tackle on that occasion. A little slow to his feet. As Moss is a dummy half, and the South Sydney defence swarm on him. 32 metres out from the Balmain line. Brooks, caught by Ellison. Sironen, the big palm off, takes play up towards the halfway mark. Now Neil, charge down. 6 tackles restarted. Mick Stone ruled it that way. Rake back, but a penalty goes to Balmain.
Yeah, on the State Bank replay, there's the decision by referee Stone that it was a gigantic step forward into the ruck area. It wasn't so much a kick as trying to get the ball by denying the dummy half the ball, and he's gone for the penalty. Now Coleman's going to come up with this, what we consider is a ludicrous idea to kick the touch from a post kick.
Well, it doesn't matter how much we argue against it, he continues to do it. And he's found touch just inside the South Sydney quarter. So the Tigers to put some pressure on as Maguire takes it up. Fenech takes him, but they're only about 12 metres out and lost the ball. Well, a mistake.
Yes, the State Bank replay again. This is going to be fairly monotonous in the opening period while they sort each other out, but he didn't play the ball there. It was knocked down underneath him, the scrum.
Coleman works it, and it's locked in there. Balmain get the penalty. So the penalty awarded about 11 metres out. They're going to take a quick tap. Maguire straight into the South Sydney forwards. Elias a dummy half. They're 9 metres out. The dummy from Elias to Conlon. And they're only now about 3 metres out. Here's Elias again. Neil. Wayne Pearce. Can't beat the tackle. There's Dura around his ankles. Now Roach turns it back. Neil will play it 11 metres out from the South Sydney line. Plenty of pressure for South Sydney as Maguire takes it up. But the South Sydney defence pushing back a couple of metres. Last tackle 10 metres out from the South Sydney line. Elias tries a field goal and gets it.
Yes, Benny Elias taking the odds to 1 point at the start of the game. He considers that enough one-pointers will win it. There's a very smart field goal taken from the dummy half position. It was a clever ploy and another string to Elias's bow. He's definitely, in my view, the #2 hooker in Sydney.
1-0. That's the scoreline. Balmain over Souths. Down the blind side is Roach, and the big fella gets a pass away to Robinson. Robinson almost to halfway before he's caught by Longbottom.
Billy Anderson very impressed with Roach at the moment. 4 times he's handled the ball, 3 times he's got the pass away.
Having a terrific game, Rex. Not only is he doing that, but he's reading things very well. He's taking the ball to where the South defence is sparses, to then working supports off him.
What about that kick?
Yes, a grand kick, the State Bank replay. Look at it, just magic the way it bounces towards the line, and then the big bounce at the end of it, straight over the sideline. Good game for Balmain.
Lake couldn't do a thing about it. Here's a scrum win against the feed. Knocked backwards, said the referee. That was a pretty handy scrum win from Benny Elias. Robinson's at dummy half. He's running from that position. There's a bit of a gap, but he's caught 5 metres out. Pressure now for South Sydney as Wayne Pearce takes it up. No one to pass to. Stranded. Here's Sironen. Only 5 metres out now, Balmain with Scott Gale. Linking up with Neil. Now with Wayne Pearce. Pearce has got it to Parrish. Parrish has got the pass to Michael Moss, who's bombed it.
Oh, Matt Parrish has made a meal of that. He shouldn't have passed there. He should have just gone on his own. He had the scoring of the try here. State Bank replay. Look, he's got outside his man. He would have gone on the inside there and scored a try. Instead, he's given a pass out there to Michael Moss, and the pass has gone too high.
Now from the scrum, it's gone with the feed this time, and this is Jura. 1 point to nothing. Balmain leads South Sydney. 10 metres out from the South Sydney line. Roberts. Penalty, and this is to South Sydney. Again, Balmain up inside the 5 metres. Davidson runs into trouble, and there's a bit of trouble in the middle. It's Davidson and Sironen is involved. Everybody's involved. It's Roach. Roach is still throwing them. And there's a smile on his face as well.
Well, that's almost similar to the Davidson-McKinnon little outing they had last week. And this was a decent one that came in on him, but Roach, now that Davidson's retaliated, is going to give him some more. And watch this right hand go into action, or the left hand, and then another right, and the crowd come in and separate them. There were some very heavy blows landed on that one, let me tell you. 10 minutes in the sin bin. Steve Roach comes off smiling. And it looks like, is Davidson going to go too? We shall see. Yes, he's got 10 minutes too, so I think they were just kept apart so that they came off separately up the track there under the grandstand. We don't want any more incidents like Pocock and Johnston last week for Manly and South. They had a bit of a set too in the tunnel.
Well, these fellas are mature players, Rex. I'm sure they wouldn't be involved in anything like that.
Don't you believe it?
Okay, back to the action, and South Sydney get the penalty. This time Ellison makes no mistake and finds touch. Coleman rushes up to take the restart. Gives it away to Roberts. Roberts runs into the waiting arms of Maguire and also Brooks. Coleman is dummy half. This time he links up with Chisholm. I guess Bill Anderson, that flare-up was inevitable.
Well, there were always going to be fireworks early, weren't they? You've got 2 big packs of forwards here. They're both very aggressive. I thought that Roach did hit Davidson a little bit high there, but now that's sorted out. We might settle down to some football.
Here's some football as Maven takes it on the burst, goes for the corner, is caught short, reaches out, scores, no try! No try!
A legitimate decision there by referee Stone. Maven makes a gigantic effort to get past the tackle of Neil. He's caught short. Hand or arm comes in contact, and as he tries to ground it, he drops the football.
So from the restart, the Tigers have it. As Wayne Pearce over the quarter line, a one-handed pass to Matt Parrish. Nice step from Parrish. Can he offload? I'll tell you what he can. Benny Elias has it. 8 metres out from the South Sydney line. Tigers playing very, very well as Mick Neal has it. Now Conlon. A long ball out for Scott Gale. Inside pass for Garry Jack. He's caught it. Held it up nicely for Maguire. Maguire nowhere to go. Looks for support. The passes held back by Maguire. I thought he'd given it for a moment, but he pulled it back in. Here's Elias. Now here's Neil. And now here's Gale. And the long ball out for Wayne Pearce has knocked it on. Scooped up he was. Scooped up by Darryl Neville. Oh, what a game of football at the stadium. Adam O'Neill from dummy half. Got around Gale. Still going. Second fine run he's made, but he's lost the ball. Mick Stone taking a long time to work out who's got the ball.
It's a Balmain ball. He's had to give it that way because they didn't create an offence in getting the ball. Elias is the man that fell on it.
Here's Garry Jack turning it back inside for Gale. Now back for Neil. Running off Neil was Maguire. Back inside for Sironen. Sironen's got support from Conlon. Conlon's to the quarter line. Inside pass for Robinson. Robinson will score. A great Balmain try. Beautiful football from the Tigers.
Oh, this young man is a sensation. I saw him score a brilliant try on Wednesday night. Well, he travelled along the sideline, but he's done magnificently here. Now watch it here. There's Garry Jack running beautifully with the ball. Turns it back to Gale. Gale sights a big opening and gives a long pass. It goes out to Neil. Neil, an equally long pass there to Maguire. Comes back on the inside. And then it's to the big fella Sironen. He evades half a tackle, gets it to Conlon. Conlon sights the opening and goes for it. He calls the boy inside him. I'm talking about Robinson. Robinson sights the opening, comes in and then away and evades the tackle of Blake and scores what I consider as one of the best tries I've seen scored this year. Absolutely delicious. Jack coming away with it, turns the ball. That's a change of direction that's killing South Sydney at the moment. Balmain are changing the point of attack constantly. Away to Sironen. The big fella surges through, caught only by the leg by Jura. Then to Conlon. Watch him. He talks to him, and the boy comes inside and then goes away again. That was the beautiful part of that try, and it's a grand effort. Absolutely delicious.
Moves in with it. It's going to go right across the goal mouth. Never looked like getting there. So the score remains Balmain 5 and South Sydney nothing. The little kick ahead has been regathered. It's a Darryl Neville.
Oh, Jack gave him such a shoulder charge and come up with a ball. It's astonishing.
Well, Neville doesn't know where he is. He can't get up.
Well, Roberts wanting to go on with Sironen there. I don't know what, but see the State Bank replay here. That was a portion of it. I mean, it was Neville who'd taken a rebound and he was absolutely run into by Jack. I'd seen nothing wrong with the tackle personally. If we could see it again, perhaps we can judge, but I saw nothing illegitimate. I thought he just ran directly into the man. I didn't think there was anything high about it. Well, a penalty's coming up. Here it is. Here's the ricochet. Now watch him. Now watch Jack go careering into him. And as far as I'm concerned, that was a shoulder tackle.
Ellison will have the shot at goal. The sin binners are back on the field. There's a big block. Steve Roach and his sparring partner. 35 goals from 45 attempts so far this year. And this is 15 in from touch. And makes no mistake. So South Sydney's on the board. Good kick from Ellison. It's Balmain 5 and South Sydney 2. Conlon to restart. It's got to be said this football stadium is in magnificent condition when you consider the torrential rain that Sydney's had. It's just magnificent.
You wouldn't know there'd been any rain on the ground, would you, Ian? It's just absolutely unblemished.
Of course, aided by the fact that no one trains here, but nevertheless it is a magnificent surface to play football on. Long bottom, being pushed back by Brooks. Chisholm got to the quarter line. So South's now starting to apply some pressure. They're hanging on to the football a little longer, maintaining that pressure on Balmain as Roberts stands and offloads well. Fenech's gone without it. Knocked on to Mick Stone.
Yeah, swung round in the tackle. There was the ball going off Mario Fenech in a slightly forward direction, and the referee had to rule knock on.
Neil works the scrum for the Tigers. It's gone with the feet. Here's Conlon on his own quarter line, caught by Michael Andrews. Neil again. Back for Pearce.
Billy, I wouldn't wait for the tackle count to run out. I'd get the ball down the end of the field pretty soon.
Yes, Rex, I don't think they're going to do themselves any favours playing the ball down this end of the field and trying to ruck it up.
He's giving Les Davidson a mouthful. Look at this. He's gone through all this. He's bumped him out of the way, and Davidson's coming really strongly on the State Bank replay. Gave him a little touch of a workout with a knee, and the block gets up laughing and smiling and says to Davidson, well, I knocked you off in that tackle, and I've got a penalty. Who's won?
So Conlon kicking for touch. And he's able to find it.
That's a very good kick, that one. Much as I hate to give credit to a place kick, but it was a good kick.
Now the Tigers with Conlon showing it. 32 out from the South Sydney line. Brooks running strongly. And Andrews was there to pull him down just outside the quarter line. Elias giving it to Garry Jack. Inside the quarter now as Jack plays it. Neal and Maguire and Brooks and Pearce. Pearce's pass has been knocked back by South Sydney, but they come up with it. There's some South Sydney players slow to get to their feet, and the crowd booing a few things that are going on in tackles as Davidson stands, can't deliver. Ellison. Roberts, caught by Elias. Last tackle now for South Sydney. Blake. Garry Jack hardly has to move. It's the last fellow I'd be kicking to.
Yes, he's electric, isn't he, when he catches the ball and runs, but...
Parrish, almost to halfway, 5-2 the scoreline. Balmain over Souths.
Roberts getting some treatment in back play. A couple of trainers on there looking after him.
Neal and Conlon and Maguire. That's where it stops. Balmain have missed 11 tackles, South's only 5 at this stage, as Pearce running very strongly. 10 metres inside South's half. Neal, switch of play to Conlon. The grubber kick for touch, finds it. And did it come off a Balmain player?
Yes, I think it came off Maven, off a South Sydney player. I think it came off Maven, yes. It's a feed to, there it is. We can't see it there, but we'll watch who gets the feed and we'll soon know what he thought about it. It's a Neal feed, so it's a touch that Maven went over the sideline. Now there's a penalty come out of this when he, the hooker raising his feet. Now we have Fenech looking a bit disgusted there.
Yes, he's showing the signs of being on the receiving end of a right hand. Conlon kicking for touch and finding it on the quarter line. So more pressure for South Sydney now as the Tigers launch another raid. Here's Moss. Caught by Roberts and Davidson. Brooks working the play out wide, where Billy Anderson has been saying that South's centres find it difficult to adjust, but this time it's gone to Roach. And Roach gets another serve. And who was it? One guess. Les Davidson.
Yes, watch this. At the end of it, Roach goes down on his back and in comes Davidson over the top. Well, Stone's having plenty to say. Fenech's listening. Pearce is there to represent his man, should it be called for. And there was the big wink from Roach. And he's got the penalty, and Conlon will take the kick at goal, and that might be classified as a sucker bet to Balmain. But this is the difficult side of the field for a right foot round the corner kicker to kick. You agree, Bill Anderson?
Yes, this is going to be a difficult one for Ross Conlon. He hasn't been in good kicking form, but, you know, 12 months ago, you'd have backed him in on this.
Yes, he's got to make it. They all tend to hook them slightly. This one he's got to try to keep straight or bring it back a little bit.
Well, he's done everything correctly. Right between the posts. Fine kick from Conlon. So, Balmain further in front over South. 7 points to 2. Ellison again restarts. Yes. Out from the Balmain line. Maguire playing it. Elias to Sironen. Back to Roach. And then Pearce again, and now Michael Moss. Adam O'Neill clings to him. Maguire again. Wherever the ball is, you'll find Maguire.
The selectors might well give a thought to Maguire in the representative stuff. He's an ideal type. Absolutely ideal. He's a non-stop worker. There he is. He's a rough, tough individual, and he knows exactly how to play the forward stuff.
Sure does. Now the Tigers are in possession after that tackle count had been restarted. Here's Neil getting it away to Sironen. Sironen's pass is there for Matt Parrish, back inside for Sironen. Still going, the big fellow. He's pulled down 32 out from the South Sydney side. Here's Neil and Conlon. Now Gale and Maguire, the man we're talking about, out there to back up and getting a pass away to Michael Moss. Moss still going. Good run from Moss. He's pulled down only 8 metres short. Maguire was out there filling in for the centre. Parrish, who was on this side. Now Gale, the little kick through. Can he regather? It's a knock over the dead ball line by Coleman. Oh, but how close was that?
Yes, Gale nearly caught the mapping there. There was a little tiny chip, and just see how close he comes to getting this. It's a desperately close thing. He gets a hand to it, but he propels the ball forward towards the dead ball line. He can't bring it down. That's as close as you'll go.
In fact, it was Blake, not Coleman, who knocked it dead. Again from the restart. And Brooks. And again, South Sydney find themselves under pressure. As Balmain launching another raid on the quarter line. Here's Pearce and here's Neil.
Bronco Jura was 4 yards offside on that occasion. The referee failed to see it.
Roach standing and delivering. Neil is caught just 11 metres short of the line. Parrish is dummy half. Here's Elias and here's Conlon. Still 10 metres out. A pass to nobody. Balmain still have it. Here's Neil. Back inside for Elias. Back to the right-hand side as Garry Jack moves into the back line. Away to Gale. Gale links up with Wayne Pearce. Back to Gale. Like a hot potato, that football out there.
Yes, real touch football stuff, this.
Now Roach charging ahead. Can't get his arms free. And that's a turnover. First one of the game. South Sydney now, who've been under some pressure. Got to get out of this area. Adam O'Neill. He's a slipping little fellow, isn't he?
He's never tackled until he's on the ground.
Davidson. Almost to the quarter line. And Roberts nowhere to go. And the South Sydney supporters getting a little frustrated on their side, not being able to get out of this area here. Here's Chisholm. He can't offload. They're still hemmed on their quarter line. Now it's the last tackle. Ellison kicking out on the full. Oh dear.
Yes, a very uncharacteristic error from this player, who's normally a very, very solid player, makes very few mistakes, Ellison. That occasion he kicked the ball out in the full.
The scrum should go with the feed, and again South should find themselves under pressure again. Sironen standing out of the scrum. Now there's an interesting shot. Just outside the 5'8", Sironen. But this time it's a win against the head to Fenech, so that's one apiece. South Sydney stretching it wide as Darryl Neville thrown down. O'Neill. Chisholm. Chisholm is pulled down just 10 metres short of halfway. Ellison driven back. Coleman over Jack's head. Jack is about 15 out from his own line. And caught by Coleman. And Coleman went in with a swinging arm. And he's shaking his head, no sir, no sir. Well, I think the replay will prove the referee right.
Yes, he slipped one into him there with the left arm. He's missed him for the first attempted tackle, brought the arm back and forward again. And I think it was a bit tough probably, but nonetheless, the referee has gone for a penalty to Balmain with about 1 second to go.
Well, the siren sounds, but Conlon will kick for touch and they will be allowed to restart. So Conlon, from his own quarter line, finds touch about 10 metres short of halfway. They'll have one tackle, Balmain. So Elias now to restart. Straight away to Conlon and to Neil. Splitting it wide already as Matt Parrish will take the tackle. And that is half-time. With the score, Balmain 7 and South Sydney 2.
Yes, and the South Sydney points came only from Ellison, a goal, giving them the 2 points. Balmain have come up with a try through Robinson, a spectacular try and a good one. A field goal to Elias and 1 goal from two attempts to Conlon. So the score at half-time is 7 points to 2 in favour of Balmain. We'll be back with the action of the second half in just a moment.
And the lights have been turned on at the Sydney Football Stadium as some dark clouds roll over once again. We're going to get any more rain. We've had enough to last us for the rest of the year. 7-2, Balmain leads Souths as we get ready for the second half. Bill Anderson has been in the dressing rooms. What have you to report, Bill?
Well, there's not a change in either side, Ian, but Warren Ryan was quick to stress the fact that there have been a number of breaks made by both teams around the rucks and on the fringe of the rucks, and he wants those half breaks converted into chances. George Piggins also saw those breaks. I'll just keep my eye on it while I'm talking to you here, but he needs South to play the ball a lot quicker if they're going to get on a roll there.
OK, Bill, thank you. Now, South Sydney, after gathering that ball from Balmain, find themselves right on the attack, just 10 metres out from the Balmain line. Here's Coleman. Coleman linking up with a long ball for Phil Blake. Blake for the corner, just pulled down and almost into touch. Did very well not to go over the touch line. Adam O'Neill, dummy half. Now Coleman again, floats a long pass for Fenech. Fenech ducked under one tackle. He's pulled down and lost the ball. Well, what a way to start a second half.
Yeah, sensational stuff. Very nearly coming up with a try. Fenech came there and ducked his head under a tackle and lost control of the football, which he was carrying around his waist.
Scrum's gone with the feed. Neil pulled down 8 metres out from the line. Conlon. Roberts there to pull him down. Maguire. And there are the first half tackles, with Roberts and Andrews showing the way for South and Elias and Brooks for Balmain. You'll note that South Sydney have made a lot more tackles than Balmain, but they have held the ball for 77 tackles compared to 51 for South. That's why there's a vast difference in the number of tackles made. Last tackle signal now for the Tigers, and Elias sends Adam O'Neill back for it, and Blake, it's Blake who gets to it first. Takes the first tackle. O'Neill dummy half. He's like a little rabbit. He's playing to the right side, that fella. Now, just 11 metres short of halfway. As Davidson plays it. Back for Coleman. Off a Balmain player, up they go for it, and Robinson comes down with it for the Tigers, just on halfway. Garry Jack. Inside South's territory. Pearce. Looks to offload, does so to Neil. Back for Conlon, now for Parrish. Parrish offloads back to Conlon, well played. Conlon still going, getting a pass back to Neil. So the Tigers throwing the football around brilliantly in this opening stages of the second half. Just on the quarter line as Roach takes it up. Got a pass away to nobody. South Sydney come up with it. Jura fell on it. So now Roberts getting it back for Andrews. Ball loose. Picked up by Scott Gale.
Yeah, they're not guarding possession at all. They're doing some silly passing, South Sydney, and it's giving them a bad situation because they can only keep the ball for 2 or 3 tackles.
McNeil down with an injured ankle at the moment as Maguire takes the ball up. 10 metres inside South's half. Roach got a pass away to Pearce, but he was caught and couldn't hang on to it. South Sydney come up with it. Here's Dura. Back slammed by Benny Elias. Now Davidson able to slip the ball back to Fenech, who was able to pick it up. Now Chisholm. 35 metres out, South Sydney, as Davidson again takes it up strongly. Almost to halfway, pops the ball back. Finally, it's Coleman who scoops it up to Ian Roberts. But they're not making a lot of forward movement as Elias comes up, as Fenech at least comes up with it now.
Well, he gave himself up then. He thought he was offside.
Well, just throwing it anywhere, South Sydney. Coleman has it now. The kick through. Longbottom's chasing it. Longbottom's after it, but the ball just beats Longbottom into touch. Oh, that could have been a very near thing, though.
Indeed it could. That was a kick under enormous pressure for Craig Young. He got it away despite the attention of Sironen, and the ball bounced only about 6 feet in from the sideline and went over the sideline there. So they're just up near the Balmain quarter now. Scrum to go down. It's a Balmain feed.
It's gone with the feed. Neil getting it to Conlon. Jura's up there to make the tackle on him. Robinson. Now Neil. Parrish. Almost through. Darryl Neville was there to hold him, and Chisholm as well. Now here's Neil and Conlon. Back for Gale. A juggling act from Gale. Defence got to him though. Fenech was up there pretty quickly. Now Neil again. He's got support from Roach. The ball back for Neil. Last tackle for Balmain. Elias. Blake is there for it, is over his head and continues to run away from him. In fact, that's his goal line he's on now as he starts to run it out. Parrish is coming to him. And also coming across was Wayne Pearce. Pearce, he didn't miss him. Maven. Finally grounded just past the quarter line. Davidson slipping it back, and it's been picked up by Elias. Elias has got support too from Robinson. Robinson almost there and lost the ball forward.
Yes, desperately near thing there for South Sydney. The loose pass was picked up by Benny Elias. He surged away, got an awkward pass there out to Robinson. Robinson did very well to take it, and then in struggling to get the ball free so that he could give one-handed pass back on the inside, he lost the ball over the dead ball line, well, into the in-goal area.
So South Sydney in possession, 10 out from their own line. Longbottom playing it. Davidson losing it forward. Yes, they're not regarding possession anywhere near as importantly as they should, South. Squandering it an awful lot. Pearce on the quarter line. And Balmain suddenly find themselves in another attacking position. Maguire straight up the middle. Elias looking for his runners. Found Sironen. Sironen caught 8 metres out. Plenty of pressure again for South Sydney. Roach. Flicking it back for Neil. Quick hands out to Scott Gale's gone without it. Knock on rule by Mick Stone.
It's just as well you're not lip readers at home there, isn't it? Scott Gale had a few things to say here about the treatment he got after the tackle, so but the ball goes dead or loose and it comes up to South Sydney in the set scrum.
It's gone with the feed. Jura caught. 10 out from the South Sydney line. Neville driven back 7 points to 2. The Tigers over South Sydney. And And South's getting a replacement ready, Bill.
Yes, David Boyle's coming onto the field. He's down on the sideline warming up. George Piggins isn't quite sure whose place he's going to take yet, and he's going to liaise with the trainer.
In the meantime, South Sydney starting to make some inroads as Coleman got it away, and finally Dura, and it's still alive as Coleman comes up with it again to Longbottom. Longbottom's over halfway. Garry Jack's in front. The kick ahead. Who's got the pace? What bounce will favour who? Longbottom put a foot into touch. Oh, desperate thing. Longbottom was away.
Yes, that was a beautiful bit of doubling around there by South Sydney. They doubled around 2 or 3 times in that move. They got it to Longbottom. Now here's the chase we're talking about. The kick from Longbottom was a good one. It stayed in the field of play. It was a dead set, straight out chase for the ball. And at that point there, he was pushed just slightly over the sideline with the ball in his possession.
Garry Jack was very quick to point to it as well.
And Les Davidson's coming from the field. It looks like Boyle's on for Davidson.
Is that what's happening, in fact?
That's exactly what's happening. Davidson's coming from the field. George Piggins couldn't totally be happy with the way that he played, and Boyle, who's a seasoned campaigner, is on.
Okay, Boyle for Davidson, but it's the Balmain Tigers losing the ball now. It's been picked up, and here's South Sydney in possession, just 12 out. It's Fenech who's got it. Coleman.
The referee's got Neil at last.
Coleman wants a quick penalty.
No, he's got to take the kick for goal there. There's no question about it. It'll be a very ill-advised thing to do, to take a quick tap and go on with it, because there's a 2-point dead set for sure offer there that the South Sydney side have to take.
Now here's Ellison with a pretty easy shot for goal for his side, and he makes no mistake. The gap is narrow. It's Balmain 7 and South Sydney 4. Roach. Caught by Boyle. Brooks. Well, as a Balmain replacement getting ready, Bill?
Yes, Damien McGarry in 15's the man getting ready. Warren Ryan's not quite sure yet, but it looks like Scott Gale could be the man to come off.
There's Longbottom, no trouble for him. Sironen's there to greet him. Coleman. Paul Blake. A little kick ahead. He's done this so often, Blake, and he's picked it up magnificently. And Bill Blake is going to score a magnificent try. Oh, he makes it look so easy.
Yes, indeed. That was an absolutely sensational solo effort. You'll never see better. When we get to the replay, just watch this try, the ball control of this man. There he is, Blake, the little toe poke with the right foot. Watch him gather the ball very low. One-handed, rolls it up his arm, gets it back into the other, evades the tackle of Conlon, sets sight for the line, and he's trying hard and makes it. It's a beautiful try from another angle. We'll see it again. Watch the kick particularly. Watch it off the outside edge of the right foot through Pearce, and then evades the tackle of Conlon. Conlon can't measure it with him for pace, and he just bursts away in pursued by Moss. But it's a splendid try, and one that really has brought the house down here. They're still buzzing. Here he goes, off the right foot, the edge of the right foot. Watch him regather, rolls it up his arm. It's just beautiful. Everything was ball skill there. Now, he's not a player that gets enormously involved in a game, but when he does, oh, he's beautiful to watch.
The hand-eye coordination Phil Blake has is just extraordinary. Magnificent athlete. And those are the sort of tries that he scored, so many of them for Manly. Now he's been doing it for South Sydney for a few years. Twinkling of an eye, this game can turn around. Mark Ellison, who has been successful with both shots of goal so far, now has this one from 5 metres in from touch. And the instructions coming from Warren Ryan through the two-way radio. Ellison hits this one particularly well. Magnificent kick. Beautiful kick from Ellison. Takes South Sydney even further in front. It is now 10 points to 7. South sub of Balmain. Ross Conlon about to start. Billy Anderson, the replacement.
Yes, that replacement was made. Gary went onto the field wearing 15, and Scott Conlon was the player to come off. Scott Gale was the player to come off.
Thank you, Bill. Now, this is Andrews, put down about 15 metres out from his own line. Maven cribs his way to the quarter line. Boyle. A one-hander back for Coleman. Straight across field goes Coleman. Gives it to Longbottom. Almost through Longbottom, but he was quickly caught by Robinson. Now there's maybe a little high, a tackle on Roberts. Fenech is down. In fact, it was Roberts who fell on Fenech. That's why he's down, and that's a magnificent kick from Ellison.
Yes, Ellison's come in right into his own. He's kicked 3 from 3 in the penalty stakes, or the conversion of the try stakes, and he's starting to get his long-range kicking in order now, so he's gaining ground.
Fenech up and running, no problem for him. The scrum's gone with the feed. Now here's Garry Jack, just outside the Balmain quarter. Maguire thrown to the ground, 32 out. Roach attracting the defenders
like flyers.
Blindside is Sironen. Nowhere to go though. Andrews around his ankles. Conlon going to get to Garry Jack. Looked for Conlon on the run around, but he was quickly put down and held by Jura. Last tackle now for Balmain. Parrish. Philip Blake. The Balmain supporters groan as Blake gets it and beats one with ease. Takes play up over the halfway mark. This is the man who can win it, that Phil Blake, as South Sydney swing it wide to Maven. Maven's got an overlap. Gives it to Adam O'Neill. O'Neill, has he got the pace? He's got around Maguire. Trips. He's up again. But the defence now comes to him. Almost another try.
Try-saving trip there by Maguire. Legitimate.
Oh, magnificent pass for Darryl Neville, who's in under the post. South Sydney, magnificent.
Oh, they've hit back magnificently here. This is a great try to Neville. He's run onto this pass as if he was a locomotive. Right underneath the post without a hand being laid upon him. Watch Coleman, watch him, and there it goes, the long pass to Neville, and he can't believe it. There's nobody in front of him, nobody within 5 yards of him, and over he goes to score a magnificent try. The cut-out pass from Coleman. Watch him run to the defence, veer away, and give that pass at precisely the right moment, and in Neville goes. That's a sensational try. They didn't like it. The supporters, they're up and about at the moment. I tell you what, they're giving voice here. And there is Neville going in to score what could be a match-winning try, but with 16 minutes to go, still anything can happen in this game.
Darryl Neville. What a pass from Coleman. Well, they are shell-shocked, Balmain. They've led for the majority of the match, and in the twinkling of an eye, they're on the wrong side of the ledger. Ellison from right in front. As you'd expect, no problems. South Sydney further in front, 16-7.
Well, they did look to have the game under their control, but it's all fallen apart in the last 5 minutes with 2 splendid tries to South Sydney.
And Balmain have made another change, Bill.
Yes, David Brooks from the field, and Kevin Hardwick in 28's taken his place.
Okay. Is it all too late for Balmain? The South Sydney now, their confidence sky high. Boyle. 32 out from the South Sydney line. Back for Ellison. Ellison's kick is just running towards the touchline, and over it goes.
For a relatively, shall we say, unimportant member of the football team, I use that in a nice way, Ellison's a player that when he gets involved totally can turn a game. He really has that capacity. He's a very steady player.
Very cool, isn't he?
Very calm, very cool. Nothing phases him.
Now this is the end of the field that South Sydney want to be, even though they haven't got the football. Here's Matt Parrish. Some strong defence in the kicking game. Will keep Balmain down this end. There's another strong hit. Now McGarry. 10 metres short of halfway. Neil. Sironen. Boyle clings to him. And so does Fenech. Last tackle for Balmain. Neil. Straight into Longbottom's arms. Parrish stops his progress though, pulls him down 5 metres short of halfway. Coleman, Endura. Now Phil Blake throwing a wild pass that Maven can't handle, and it's loose. Who's got it? McGarry's got it for Balmain, I think you'll find. He'll play it just on the quarter line. Now Balmain, can they come back into this game as Conlon saw a gap? Conlon still going, turns it back inside for Parrish. Parrish 10 metres short of the line. That's where it stops. They want to play it quickly, Balmain. Here's Neil. Now Sironen. Pearce. Short ball for Maguire. He comes to a stop just 10 metres short. Elias getting it back to big Roach. Roach bumping off one, almost in Roach. Only a couple of metres short. Elias getting it to Maguire. He's well wrapped up though.
He's got an enormous work rate, this fellow Maguire.
Now Neil. Neil's given it away to Michael Moss, who's going to score. Michael Moss in for the Tigers to put him right back into this game.
Well, with the likes of Robinson, Parrish and Moss, Balmain are going to be a force for quite a while. Here is the young man getting the ball very nicely from Neil and going in and scoring a very good try. There was nothing complicated about it. There was nothing at all, really. There was just man-for-man passing. But he was in the right position at the right time, and that's what rugby league is all about. The Elias pass out to Neil. Neil gives it to him. He's halfway into an opening. Young O'Neill, the South Sydney winger, was left in no man's land there and didn't do anything. He should have gone in on the centre.
He's only 20, Michael Moss. Another former Penrith player. They're everywhere. Now we've got a real football game on our hands, and South Sydney have made a change, Bill.
Yes, they have. Michael Blake in 28's taken the place of Wayne Chisholm.
Michael Blake, there he is there. Let's have a look at this one. He's hit it pretty well. He's hit it magnificently. So Ross Conlon successful with the conversion. And we've got a scoreline that has South Sydney 16 and Balmain 30. And it's a South Sydney feed just outside the Balmain quarter. They lead by 3. Here's Duro with it. Ian Roberts. And support too from Neville. Neville takes play inside the quarter. Ellison. I think South Sydney will mind playing up this end of the field.
No, they're doing it very cool at the moment. Nice hands there by Bronco Dura to pick that ball up.
And he's just inside the quarter as he's held. Andrews is dummy half. That side's looking decidedly weary, and what wouldn't they?
Blake's there for the drop at goal.
And taking their time getting up, there's Boyle. Coleman. Coleman's put the bomb up instead. Charging through pressure for Garry Jack, who takes it magnificently, and he's pushed back in the in goal. He took that magnificently, Jack.
Yes, no question about the courage of the man. He stood his ground beautifully. There was an enormous amount of pressure there. He got pushed back into the in goal, and then there was a contest, a pushing contest, to see if he can get into the field of play. That's exactly what they didn't want there. With only minutes to go, they needed possession. Now South Sydney have got it back from the line drop out.
We've got about 2 minutes to go, and this is Longbottom. South Sydney in front on the board and in front on the clock as Adam O'Neill uses up a tackle. Now Coleman, now Boyle. They've got plenty of time to do what they want now, South Sydney. They've got the football.
there very quickly to take in. Now Andrews sending it back inside for Neville. Longbottom still has it. Last tackle now for Souths. Ellison shaped to kick. Now he kicks. Now it's been knocked out of his hands by Hardwick and touched. So the tackle count restarts. And South Sydney have just given it straight away to Roach for Balmain. Here's Sironen now. Sironen, the last throw of the race for Balmain. As Sironen got the pass away to guess who? Maguire. Maguire caught 5 metres from halfway. This is going to be a contest right to the final whistle. 3 points the difference. South Sydney got their nose in front. Here's Garry Jack getting support from Conlon. Interception! Interception from Darryl Neville! Darryl Neville will score into the post. Now he's decided to just put it out over the line. Oh, what happiness in the South Sydney camp.
Yes, indeed. Garry Jack was odds on to get that pass away there. We'll watch the whole thing from start to finish on the State Bank replay. Here he is in possession now. He's trying to get a pass away. He does get it out to Coleman. Coleman tried to get it past to a support player, and Neville's, whose anticipation was superb, was able to pick it off in midair and sprint away about 60 yards and score a very good try. Well, I mean, South Sydney were always going to be up in position looking for an intercept in that situation. It was up to Balmain to really force the pass. They did, and they paid the penalty. Now it's 20 points to 13 and a kick-it goal to follow.
Well, this has been a magnificent game of football. Ellison, 100% record, 4 from 4. And his kicking in general play has been great as well. George Piggins, who about this time last Monday was looking decidedly low. Today, he feels quite happy.
He wouldn't call it Kiggy's brother at the moment, would he?
Mark Ellison, can he keep his perfect record? Tell you what, he can. Great kick again from Ellison. 5 from 5, and South Sydney lead 22-13 as the final whistle sounds, and that is the ball game.
Well, a game that'll live long in the memories of people that have seen it here at the magnificent stadium, the Sydney Football Stadium. 22 South Sydney, 13 to Balmain. Fenech is delighted. The scorers came this way. Blake a try, and what a try it was. A solo effort that just numbed the brain. Neville, 2 great tries. Ellison, 5 goals from 5 attempts. That's South Sydney's 22 points. Robinson and Moss scored tries for Balmain. Elias a field goal to open the scoring in the whole match, and Conlon 2 goals from, I think, 3 attempts. So there it was, 22-13. Absolutely brilliant stuff to watch.